Sweet Judgment sent me a very cute, very nice message. I thank you for it. Um, his main point is that he humbly suggests that I allow comments on my videos. He must be a new viewer of these videos. I actually had, believe it or not, over 200 videos. I took down every single one of them because I was getting comments. Mostly, there were two groups of people commenting. One was, and this was my mistake, I was replying to a friend about some book an atheist wrote that puts down God or something, religious way of life, and I got comments like you wouldn't believe, the most insulting. I mean, they were just basically, it was just anti-Semitism. Just let's insult the Jew for being so caught up in his relationship with God. And I'm overly sensitive, I admit it, but that was one group. But I was dealing it one comment at a time. That was okay. The next group of comments came from the Christian missionaries who were telling me that if I don't accept their Savior, I'm going to end up in some kind of eternal damnation. Which was, it's benign because you know it's coming from a place of complete falseness and vanity. I mean, there's been no bigger pollution, desecration to this planet than the birth of the one from Nazareth, and there's no sanctification of God's name than his death. On the second point, we both agree they're happy he's dead, and according to them, they got back up and permitted bacon or whatever he did. But that didn't bother me. I was able to handle those comments. But it was like building up. The third group was when I made a video on Black Hebrews. And I'm telling you, I never saw such cold. From a faceless forum, you would expect people would be normal, natural, just judging favorably. People were telling me I wasn't Jewish. No one with pale skin can be Jewish. I'm promulgating a hoax. One comment was, "You are your father, Satan." The only reason I don't worship the one from Nazareth or accept him and his message is because I'm Satan, something like this. And this to me just got like, I couldn't bear to even log into my account and look at the comments. So I decided, let me take them down. I took them off in haste. It was 200 videos. It was a lot of work. I mean, not work, but basically I decided I'm putting them back without comments. If anyone does have a comment on any of my videos, they message me at this point. And if someone wants to message anti-Semitism, they do that also. And I respond or don't respond, either way. I mean, I don't like to have these comments on my videos where the Jews are Satan's people and no pale-skinned person can be a Jew. I just want to say another point of this. I went on their little website. They disproved themselves on their own website, okay? And I didn't want to make this a big thing because if someone tells me they're Jewish, if that's how you feel, I'll accept you. And besides the fact that they said you can't convert to Judaism, the Torah tells you can convert to Judaism, okay? It's in the Torah. Not only that, we're supposed to love a convert much more than a regular Jew because we're supposed to be sensitive to where he came from. And now he's going to go into the Shechina, and you can't bring up his past. You can't do anything like negative to a convert. So they're denying the Torah of Moshe Rabbeinu, and they call themselves Jews. Besides, like, they prostate to the one from Nazareth, and they still call themselves Jews or Hebrews or whatever. But they admit they come from Ham. Okay, Ham gave birth, or they call him Ham, I think, on their website. Ham gave birth to Mitzrayim, to Cush, to all these nations that they say have dark skin. Okay, could be. First of all, we all come from Noach. Okay, Cush I do believe was dark skinned, and I believe Nimrod was a dark skinned man who threw Avram into a fiery pit for believing in God. But the Jews, Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, come from Shem. It's two different things. And they go on to say that they come from the tribe of Jehudah. Where does Jehudah come from? He comes from Yaakov. Who does he come from? Yitzchak, from Avram, from Shem. You just told me he come from Ham. How can he come from both? Either way, I do not make a point to fight with these people, and I do not make a point to tell them they're not Jewish. If you think you're Jewish, so be it. Maybe it's true. It could be your soul is Jewish. Could be your mother is Jewish on some old bloodline, and whatever it is. But don't tell me I'm not Jewish. And don't tell me pale-skinned people cannot be Jewish. That's highly offensive to me. You're insulting my sensitivities, and I wasn't able to deal with them, so I disabled the comments. But if you do have a comment, please do tell. Now I'm looking at your next point. I should have thought of this earlier, but he says, one more thing, Habibi. Not everyone is from pushy and mushy in-your-face Brooklyn. Though your words are clear, your delivery will sound rushed to someone outside or foreign to the high energy level type of learning in the base medrash. Slow down a little bit and give the novice, beginner, and even slightly more than the two previous categories the opportunity to digest properly your insights. I'm born in Israel, and I grew up in America, which makes for an interesting dichotomy where in America we're taught we're not such an open society. We're kind of closed in. We're politically correct. We're polite. We're nice. We're American. In Israel, whenever I go back to visit it, you find out the hard way. It's push or be pushed. The joke, how do you say excuse me in Israel? Get at it. Like how do you say excuse me? You push someone out of the. It's a fast-paced society. If you don't talk fast, you will get eaten up, and you won't be taken seriously. So I've kind of forcefully put it into my personality after many years of being an American. And I went to public school, and I was very calm and laid back and relaxed and civil and closed up and politically correct. I went back to this way of being an Israeli because anyway, your root's going to come out anyway, and this is who I am. So if it's not clear, my argument, you could just play it back if you didn't get it the first time. Not that it's so much to look at, but thank you so much for all the brachas, and same to you, and kol mevarach barach, and I appreciate it. We should see much blessings in the work of our hands, and we should be zeichet to the ultimate blessing, the galus of Mashiach already, so we can live in the plans with world peace and an end of economic disparity, free to learn Torah all day long. And we'll see how these things are just paving the way for that kind of environment. Once, by the way, the nations of the world see how attractive Torah is, and how much of a fire the Jews have for it, they'll encourage us to learn Torah all day long, and they'll say, go live in Israel and learn Torah all day long. And even if not all our secular brothers come along, this is my little theory, the Orthodox will be able to sit and learn Torah peacefully all day. And it's like when we left Mitzrayim, 80% of the Jews didn't come. They didn't want to go into the Midbar. They didn't want to trust Hashem. So Hashem did a plague of darkness, and he wiped them out, 80%. My thing is with the Geula, which is Zelul Azeh, it's just like in the days when I took you out of Egypt, I'll show you wonders. There's going to be a plague where basically Jews are going to be offered to go into Eretz Yisrael, live with Mashiach and Geula, build the base of Mikdash, and the secular Jews will say, we'll stay in Galus, and we'll tell them, okay, so enjoy your time in Galus. Well, you can get our Torah thoughts online whenever you have a free moment, and that's one way I see this, the Messianic redemption unfolding, keeping in mind that about 90% of the Jews are secular in nature, or in orientation. At this point, the other one is, of course, Mashiach comes and he's such a strong personality, like the Rebbe or someone, that he just makes people want to do tshuva. But that's wishful thinking, in my opinion. Okay, sehr gesund.